It's Friday, October 14th, and you know what that is, iPhone lovers. It's iPhone 4S D-Day. The iPhone 4S came out today, and I have one. We're going to do an unboxing, starting right now. Finally here. Here it is, the iPhone 4S, announced on October 4th, available in stores today. The lines were supposedly long, the pre-orders were huge, and a lot of, at least one analyst believes that 4 million of these bad boys are going to be sold through the weekend. This is the Sprint version. So to give you a short story, I tried to pre-order the Verizon one and pre-ordered it successfully, but UPS lost my package. So shame on you, UPS. I have a $700 iPhone somewhere, not sure where it was delivered to, but it definitely wasn't delivered to me. So thanks to somebody that is just an absolute lifesaver and a really, really good friend, I have one here, the iPhone 4S, available now with AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint. This is a Sprint version, and here it is, the 4S. We're going to open it up now and take a look. Now, in terms of design, it's exactly the same as the previous version. You know, this iPhone or the iPhone 4, with the exception, of course, of the SIM card slot. Now, you don't see that on the GS or the CDMA rather. It's been a long day. CDMA iPhone 4s, but it is available on this one because this is a global roaming capable device. Now to walk through some of the specs with you on this bad boy, it has a A5 processor, dual core A5 processor that's clocked at about 800 megahertz, and then it has an 8 megapixel camera, so a better and improved camera over the 5 megapixel one on the 4. So 8 megapixel camera, 1080p HD video recording, has iOS 5 out of the box, so you've got your notifications bar up here, very similar to another OS that we've worked with quite a bit over the year, but design-wise, almost exactly the same. But it does come with Siri as well, which is that personal voice assistant. It's super cool. I've seen some demos rather, and I'm excited to get some hands-on time. Now, out of the box, you can see, first of all, it's funky to me to see Sprint up there in the corner. Sprint 3G finally on an iPhone. Never thought I'd see the day. But of course, it said the same thing about the Verizon one too. It looked odd to see the Verizon up there, or the Verizon ID up there for some time. And now it looks fine. So no real changes here outside of iOS 5, which I'll cover in a separate video. But you can see, of course, the music icon is slightly different. You can see, of course, the notifications bar. And when you get a text message or when you get an email, something like that, they pop up in kind of a better form as opposed to that kind of blue box that you remember from iOS 4, that big brash blue box that interrupted whatever it was you did and kind of brought you right in to notifications. So let's take a look real quick at the browser. I'm interested because we've had some 3G issues with Sprint in the Charlotte area, but supposedly, and if my understanding of this is correct, this is running on Sprint's new 800 megahertz spectrum. You know, they announced that at the network event that all the iPhone 4Ss were going to be on the 800 megahertz spectrum that they were rolling out. You know, as IDEN, kind of goes off into the wilderness, kind of goes off into the dusk, if you will. And supposedly this one is on that. So it's a little bit slower perhaps, but that's definitely a relatively quick speed. I mean, it's in comparison to what we've seen with the Epic 4G Touch, these like 200 kilobits per second speeds. This is actually not bad at all, and it's pretty decent. It's right there, right up there on par with Verizon's EVDO Revision A, at least in terms of speed right now. Now, of course, this is day one, so keep in mind plenty more iPhones are going to be on Sprint's network in the coming days and in the coming weeks. And even if this is new spectrum, it's going to be bogged down by that. I mean, we all know what the iPhone does to carriers. Remember the AT&T woes, and even to some extent the Verizon woes as well. You know, once a bunch of iPhones started to get activated on the carrier, kind of bogged it down. But still, supposedly operating in the 800 megahertz frequency here, and then you have that global roaming capability. So you can take this overseas with the Sprint SIM card pre-installed and use it in several countries. Sorry, Siri, I didn't mean to activate you there. And other than that, pretty similar. So there's phonedog.com. Of course, web browsing still phenomenal, and 3.5-inch display. So no changes to that, but still, pinch and zoom, very responsive. You can see that dual-core processor at work, and it's funny, I can kind of see it there. It's very fast, as opposed to there being some lag in the previous build. But still, in little things like going into settings, going into messages, things like that, you don't really see a difference. I mean, it's about the same there. But still, same 3.5-inch display. Transitions are about as quick, so no real changes. But again, Sprint customers finally get the iPhone, an improvement in the processor. So, all the specs have been bumped up. This is definitely a device that does a great job and can compete in terms of the specs, in terms of an 8 megapixel camera. And let's take a look and see, of course, what comes in the box. Not like it's anything surprising. We know exactly what comes in an Apple box. USB cable, earbuds, AC adapter module, and then, of course, your instruction manuals as well. Now, let's have some fun with Siri, because really, that's the real point of this unboxing, because it's not that different in terms of a device. But let's take a look at Siri here. Siri. Wait, whoops, sorry about that. I know you can hold it up to your ear, but I think, it's press and hold, that's right. Siri, what's the meaning of life? Oh, we're going to have fun with this.
Think about questions like this.
Siri, what's the best mobile tech website ever? Oh, whoops, my bad. Siri, what's the best mobile technology ever?
I don't see any places matching Siri. Sorry about that.
Siri, do you like Phone Dog?
I'd rather not say.
What? What the heck? This is a hack. Siri, you're a hack.
You say that to all the virtual
Oh,
assistants.
apparently I said... Wow. Siri, what can I say? I like your voice.
Sorry, I missed that.
Siri, do you just not like taking compliments?
Now there's a good question. Now, where were we?
I was complimenting your hotness.
Stop.
I was complimenting your hotness. I'm sorry I offended you.
It's okay.
Can we still be friends?
Sorry, I don't understand. Can we still be friends?
Apparently, I guess we're not friends anymore. That might have been the highlight of my day. I'm not going to lie, but that's Siri on the iPhone. Wow, on the iPhone 4S. That's Siri, and then this is the unboxing of the iPhone 4S. Much more coverage to come on PhoneDog.com with the iPhone 4S. I don't know why I've got the giggles from that, but the iPhone 4S. Be sure to like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/PhoneDog. We're giving away stuff, and we always do. Be sure to like us though, because we have a bunch of cool content on there. Facebook.com/PhoneDog. Follow me on Twitter as well, PhoneDog_Aaron, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. Siri, say goodbye.
Sorry, I don't understand. Siri, say goodbye.
Oh well, we tried.